So this video lesson, because of the length of the full lesson on adding with negative integers, is just the practice problems that goes along with that lesson. So if you need review on what it means to add including negative integers, then go ahead back to that full lesson and go back through that. Otherwise, this is just some practice problems, but let's first review what it means to actually add integers. If the integers have the same sign, that is both positive and positive or negative and negative, then what we do is we add the absolute values. So the absolute values is, let's say, 17 plus 27. Both of these numbers are positive, so it is just 17 plus 27. It gives us 44. Now, if you look at negative integers, such as negative 17 plus negative 27, then these absolute values are the same as 17 plus 27. But negative 17 and negative 27 are both negative, so our final answer is negative. If we look at what it means to add integers with unlike signs, then we subtract the absolute values because they represent leaps in different directions on the number line, and the sum has the same sign as the addend with the larger absolute value. So, if we have something like negative 17 plus 27, we are actually going to subtract these absolute values and take 27 minus 17. This is 10. So our answer in one way, shape, or form is going to be a 10. But now we have to look at which number has the larger absolute value. Well, 27 is the larger absolute value, and 27 is positive, so our answer is positive. If, on the other hand, we had 17 plus negative 27, then we would still use this idea of 27 minus 17, because that is what you get when you subtract the absolute values and get a 10. But now in this case, the larger absolute value of 27 is negative, so the sign for this answer is negative. So this is actually negative 10. So go ahead, work on questions 1, 2, 3, and 4, and see what you can get when you add together numbers of various and different forms of positives and negatives. Pause the video and come back once you have done all of those. Well, if we look at number 1, we can see that they have different signs. So we have to subtract the absolute values. 42 minus 37. Well, 42 minus 37 is 5. And now we're going to look at which one has the larger absolute value. 42 has the larger absolute value, and 42 is positive. So our answer is positive 5. For number 2, they have the same sign. So we are going to simply add together their absolute values. 24 plus 47 is equal to 71. And now in this case, they are both negative. So we have a negative answer, negative 71. Number 3 is very familiar. It's adding two positive integers. We just do that as we normally have, but we add the absolute values, which is the positive version. So 75 plus 25 is 100. And now for number 4, if we have negative 75 plus 25, they are different signs. So we subtract away their absolute values. 75 minus 25 is equal to 50. And with this 50, we have to make sure that we go back and see that 75 is a negative number, and 75 has a larger absolute value. So our overall answer in this case must be negative. So the answer then is negative 50. So there it is, the idea of adding together integers that are both positive and negative. If they have the same sign, then we add the absolute values, and the sum has the same sign as the two addends. If they have different signs, we subtract the absolute values, and the sum has the same sign as the addend with the larger absolute value.